This way will be containing a lot of new things. You will learn a lot of concepts if you see this video completely. For clarity in understanding the solution of this question, first I will do a question of board level, and the way I will be using in that question, the same way I will use here also. See what I am going to do. Suppose a question of 11th class board level is a sequence is given to you as 2, 6, 12, 20, 30 and so on, and he says find the nth term of this sequence and find the sum of n terms also. Some of you may have been able to think the nth term using common sense only, but I will do the question by proper way because common sense will not be able to work always. The proper way of finding the nth term is find the difference between the terms. Here the difference is 4, here the difference is 6, 8, 10 and so on. That is, I am going to do a question of the type in which I go on finding differences, and after a few steps I get AP, and next step will give me the constants, and the next step will give me 0. That is, here I have found the differences. Here again if I find differences I get 2, 2, 2. Again if I find difference you will get 0, 0. That is, this question is of that variety in which if I go on finding differences, after few steps I get AP, and next step give me constants. Obviously if I have got AP somewhere, next step will surely give me constants, and next step will surely give me zeros. Once you have done this, to find the nth term, name this as A, name this as D1, name this as D2, name this as D3 and so on. Remember that for nth sum the formula is A plus n minus 1 C1 into D1, n minus 1 C2 into D2, n minus 1 C3 into D3 and so on. In the present case D3, D4 etc. all are going to be 0, therefore this will not be required. And in such type of sequence, sum of n terms, the formula is nc1 into A, nc2 into D1, nc3 into D2, nc4 into D3 and so on. By this way the solution is going to be very interesting and simple also. See what I am going to do. Tn will be equal to 2 plus n minus 1 C1, that is n minus 1 into D1 is 4, n minus 1 C2, that is n minus 1 into n minus 2 by 2 into 1 into D2, D2 is 2, and further it is not required to write because D3, D4 etc. are going to be 0. That is, I get 2 plus 4n minus 4 plus n square minus 3n plus 2, that is I get n square plus n, that is n into n plus 1. That is, the nth sum of the sequence is n into n plus 1. You can check out. First term is, in this, if I put n equal to 1 I get 2, if I put n equal to I get 6, if I put n equal to 3 I get 12, if I put n equal to 4 I get 20 and so on. And had the question been find the sum of n terms, sum of n terms is this. In the present question, sum of n terms will be n into A. A is clearly 2. NC2 into D1. D1 is clearly 4. NC3 into D2. D2 is clearly 2. That is 2n plus n into n minus 1 by 2 into 1 into 4 plus n into n minus 1 into that is 2n plus 2n square minus 2n. Agreed, I could find the sum of n terms with the help of this also, but I want to tell you the general way of finding the sum. Plus n by 3 into n square minus 3n plus 2. That is, I get that is 6n plus that is n by 3 into n square plus that is, I get n into and those students who have seen my video lecture of sequence and series of JEE mains level, they can easily directly see without calculating even a single word on paper that if the nth term is this, sum of n terms is going to be this. Similarly, if nth term is n into this, then sum of n terms is going to be four, and so on. It can be extended to any higher power. If nth term is then sum of n terms will be by 5. That is, if this is Tn, then this will be Sn. If this is Tn, this will be Sn. What is the complete logic and complete theory of the questions of this type and more questions with slightly changed form? All those cases I have discussed in my video lecture of sequence and series of JEE level. Note that here D3 and further all were 0. I was getting the non-zero numbers up to D2 only. D3, D4, etc. all were 0. I will get the non-zero numbers up to D2 only if I get AP in the first difference. That is, second difference is constant. If after finding differences I get AP in this step, next step will be constant and the next step will be 0. In that case, nth term will be up to n minus 1 C3 D3. That is, in that case, nth term will be a cubic expression. In the present case, nth term is a second degree expression as I have found here. And because this concept I am going to use, I am telling you once again that if I get AP in the first step, then nth term is going to be of second degree. If I'll get AP in the second step, the nth term will be of third degree, and so on. And in this question, T1, T2, T3 are forming a sequence such that Tn plus 1 minus Tn is An. That is, in this sequence, differences are going to be forming an AP, because according to this condition, it will be A1, this difference will be A2, A3, A4, and so on. And because first difference has given me AP, it is sure that I'm going to get a second degree expression as a general term of this sequence. That is, I can say that for this sequence, the nth term is going to be of second degree, that is in the form of an square plus bn plus c. And if you want to find the nth term, this is the formula as I told you just now, and this is the formula for sum of n terms of that sequence. According to question, this is 3, this is 7, and here differences are common difference, that is D, 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 and the value of D is given to us as 8. Hence, here I am going to get 8. That is, as I found the value of A, D1, D2, D3 in the previous question, and I got this as nth term, using that same procedure, Tn will be 3 plus n minus 1 C1 into 7, n minus 1 C2 into 8, and further it is not required because further I am going to get 0. That is 3 plus 7 into n minus 1 plus that is that is 4n square minus 5n plus 4. And now if I want to find T20, it will be 4 into 20 square minus 5 into 20 plus 4, that is 1600 minus 100 plus 4, that is 1504. Similarly, T30 will be 4 into 30 square minus 5 into 30 plus 4, that is 3600 minus 150 plus 4, this is equal to 3454. And once Tn is this, as you know that Sn is equal to Tr, R is equal to 1 to n, that is 4r square minus 5r plus 4. But note a very important thing I am going to do now. It is not good to proceed in this way, that separate sigma for all the three. No, it is not good. That is, I mean to say, it is not good to write it as 4 4 it is very lengthy. As I told you while explaining the basic theory of this question, that if nth term is n into n plus 1, that is if this is Tn, then Sn is going to be n into if nth term is n, then Sn is going to be n into if nth term is n into n plus 1 into n plus 2, sum of n terms is going to be n into n plus 1 into n plus 2 into by 4, and so on for nth term of higher degree also. It is always applicable up to any degree. The logic and the reason and the complete theory and also more questions with slightly changed form and more concepts related to it, you will have to see my video of JEE Maths level sequence and series. But presently the required concept I have told you, that if nth term is n, then Sn is this, if nth term is this, and so on. In the present case I can write it as 4r square minus 4r minus r plus 4. The benefit is you may be thinking that still we are separating the sigmas. Agreed, but note that when we do this type of calculation, here the symmetry is there. What I mean to say and what is the benefit of it, you will understand. Let me complete it. 4, in this case sum of n terms will be n minus 1 into n plus 1 by 3 minus n into by 2 4n. You can see very easily there is symmetry in these. Terms can be easily taken common. This is the benefit of writing it in this way also, and the second benefit is it is applicable for any higher degree also. Whether n sum is of 3rd degree or 4th degree or 5th degree, always applicable. It is clear that further to simplify it is a very tedious job and it is time taking. But if the question has come in IIT, it surely means that in the question we should not have taken time. I would never like to simplify it. As this is Sn, I want to find S20 and S30. The value of S20 will be equal to 4 by 3 into 19 into 20 into 21 minus 20 into 21 by 2 plus 4 into 20. 3 7 and 2 10. It is very clear from the question that the last digit of this whole is going to be 0 because it is multiple of 10, multiple of 10, multiple of 10. Hence, this can be correct. But in D also last digit is 0. When I will put 30 in it, in that case last digit is not going to be 0. It is very easy to see because for n equal to 30, the last digit of this will be 0. This will be 0. But the last digit of this will be surely non-zero. Hence, the last digit of this whole will be surely non-zero. Hence, without doing any calculation, I can surely say that D is wrong. But for confirmation of B, I will have to further simplify. 19 into 80 into 7 minus 210 plus 80. This is equal to 80 into 19 into 7 plus 1 minus 210. 80 into 133 plus 1, that is 8 into 134 minus 21 into 10. For calculation part also, there are tricks by which the calculation becomes very small, but for understanding those tricks, you will have to do practice also, and you will have to attend my lectures of how to calculate smartly. But presently I have done by normal multiplication. Answer is 10510. Hence I can say B is correct. T20 I had already calculated as 1504 and T30 I had already calculated as 3454. Hence I can say C is correct but A is wrong, D is wrong.